What's going on, y'all? Check this out, right? So, this queen right here was the first black woman to run for president, which, as of recently, I was not aware of, which I should be ashamed of myself. And I actually am ashamed of myself. Now, before I get into this presidential bid, I would like to say this is where I would love to see more black women at in the Congress, running for president, you know, having a actual voice, black women being not even just black women, but this one right here is specifically for the black queens. Instead of shaking that ass in the club, shake that ass to a courtroom. Shake that ass to be one of these public defenders, you know what I'm saying? Go make a difference, you know what I mean? Like, that's what we need y'all at. Really. That's what we really need y'all at. When it comes down to the black community, there is nothing stronger than a black woman. Period. I don't give a fuck. I just don't care. There's nothing stronger than a black woman. There will never be anything stronger when it comes to our community. And that's just how the game goes. If we don't even take care of our women, us men, we not shit. These black women are more important than just a nut. You know what I'm saying? Just to get some ass and go to the next one. We can have women in positions like this right here. And this be the normal thing. The normal thing.
I stand before you today as a candidate for the Democratic nomination for the presidency of the United States of America.
See, and times are so fucked up right here. It's like, when you watch this, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell she's gonna win this. But I got the bigger picture than that out of this right here. It was the fact that you're trying to make a difference. Instead of sitting there having a drink or sitting there watching the news and talking shit about what's going on, she got her ass up and she tried to make a difference. And it's 2019, 27 years old. This shit right here means something to me.
I am not the candidate of Black America, although I am black and proud. I am not the candidate of the women's movement of this country, although I am a woman, and I'm equally proud of that. I am not the candidate of any political bosses or fat cats or special interests. I stand here now without endorsements from many big-name politicians or celebrities or any other kind of prop. I do not intend to offer to you the tired and glib cliches which for too long have been an accepted part of our political life. I am the candidate of the people of America.
Black, white, Mexican, Asian, female or male. She don't care. She sees the country is in a shitty ass spot, and she has some positive energy to offer to the world. That's what it's about. She doesn't want to be labeled as the first black candidate running. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. She don't want it. She's not just here for the female movement. She's here for the people, the American people. Just because she's a black woman don't mean she just has a black interest. Pretty sure that's in her dialogue, but that's not how she's coming. You have to respect it. Because she comes in, oh yeah, well, black people this, black people, you really don't have a chance. You really don't. Because the white people was running it.
Fellow Americans, we have looked in vain to the Nixon administration for the courage, the spirit, the character, and the words to lift us, to bring out the best in us, to rekindle in each of us our faith in the American dream. Yet all that we have received in return is just another smooth exercise in political manipulation, deceit and deception, callousness and indifference to our individual problems, and the disgusting playing of divisive politics, pitting the young against the old, labor against management, north against south, black against white. The abiding concern of this administration has been one of political expediency rather than the needs of man's nature. The President has broken his promises to us and has therefore lost his claim to our trust and confidence in him. I cannot believe that this administration would have ever been elected 4 years ago if we had known then what we know today. But we are entering a new era in which we must, as Americans, demand stature and size in our national leadership. Leadership which is fresh, leadership which is open, and leadership which is receptive to the problems of all Americans. I have faith in the American people. I believe that we are smart enough to correct our mistakes. I believe we are intelligent enough to recognize the talent, energy, and dedication which all Americans, including women and minorities, have to offer. I know from my travels to the cities and small towns of America that we have a vast potential which can and must be put to constructive use in getting this great nation together. I know that millions of Americans from all walks of life agree with me that leadership does not mean putting the ear to the ground to follow public opinion, but to have the vision of what is necessary and the courage to make it possible. Americans all over are demanding a new sensibility, a new philosophy of government from Washington. Instead of sending spies to snoop on participants at Earth Day, I would welcome the efforts of concerned citizens of all ages to stop the abuse of our environment. Instead of watching a football game on television while young people beg.
I'm getting a kick out of watching this right here. When I watch these videos, I don't pre-watch them first, you know. That's what I don't do. I want to sit here and get this information for the first time and be able to react and create a dialogue with you guys and things like that in that nature, you know what I'm saying? But I think it was Abraham Lincoln who had said some shit about a house divided or some shit like that is not a house or some shit like, I don't know. You know, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But if that is the saying, I know what the saying is in my head. I just can't get it out. But for real, it's hard to build anything when there's a lot of shit everywhere. You have shit over here, you have shit over there, you have shit over there. You're just trying to put everything together so the United States can move as one, you know, as one. Fuck all that Republican and Democrat shit. It should just be what's good for the people and not what's good for the pockets, what's good for the people.
For the attention of their president concerning our actions abroad, I would encourage them to speak out, organize for peaceful change, and vote in November. Instead of blocking efforts to control control the huge amounts of money given political candidates by the rich and the powerful, I would provide certain limits on such amounts and encourage all the people of this nation to contribute small sums to the candidates of their choice. Instead of calculating the political costs of this or that policy and of weighing favors of this or that group, depending on whether that group voted for me in 1968, I would remind all Americans at this hour of the words of Abraham Lincoln, "A house divided cannot stand."
I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. But shit, I was just talking about that shit. A house divided is a house that cannot stand. That's what it was. This Sister Sharp.
Americans are all fellow countrymen, one day confronting the judgment of history in our country. We are all God's children, and the will of each of us is as precious as the will of the most powerful general or corporate millionaire. Those of you who were locked outside of the convention hall in 1968, those of you who can now vote for the first time, those of you who agree with me that the institutions of this country belong to all of the people who inhabit it, those of you who have been neglected, left out, ignored, forgotten, or shunned aside for whatever reason, give me your help at this hour. Join me in an effort to reshape our society and regain control of our destiny as we go down the Chisholm Trail for 1970.
And that right there, like, we need more black women on that height who actually give a fuck about the world, the community, and yeah, especially in this community we have right now. This black community is shit. You know, there is no leaders. And I watch a lot of black brothers talk about this and talk about that, but they got a lot of scam in they talk. You know what I'm saying? And that's my problem. Nobody wants to give a real life helping hand without trying to scam at the end. Fuck all the scams. Be genuine with your shit. Black women, you know what I'm saying? There is a career in a lot of different things. We need you guys. We need you queens, you ebony queens, to really sit here and elevate yourself and get up. Real life, get up. Like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to me.